Hey everyone, so I am going to do something today that I've been meaning to do all summer, which is take soil samples to send it into the UW soil testing lab. They run it and I'm just going to read my notes here. So it's $15 per soil sample. I'll show you how to sample it next, but they test it for pH, organic matter percent, phosphorus, and potassium. And from that, they give you lime and fertilizer recommendations. So tailored to exactly what your needs are in your garden. It doesn't get much better than that. They do also have add-ons, so they can test soluble salts. They can give you a physical classification of your soils, which is a USDA classification. I don't think you'll need that. But I am going to also add on, they have a calcium and magnesium add-on, and I'm going to do that for the vegetable garden, I think. Maybe I'll do it for the other one just because it's an extra $3. And they also test for lead. So I foreshadowed there a little bit, but I am going to take one in my cut flower garden and also in the vegetable garden because it was two different soils that I have going on there. We trucked in soil for the garden when we initially set it up, so that soil is a lot different. So if you have different areas, I would definitely recommend getting different soil test samples. You can mix it all together to get one, but you'll probably get somewhat inaccurate results. So if you're going through the effort to test it, get separate areas if you have different soils in them. So I'll show you what I'm going to do next. I'm going to grab a bucket and probably my old reliable hory knife. So we'll head out to the garden next. So we're out in the vegetable garden, and my next task is to pick at least 4 locations for a representative sample. So I'm probably gonna do about 6 because I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5, somewhere in there, just to get a good sampling of everything I got going on here. So some of this has had more compost applied over the years, so that hopefully it will be in better shape, but we want like an overall average of the vegetable garden. So I'll start with my first one and I'll walk through that one with you guys. All right, so I picked my spot here and I'm just gonna, hopefully this isn't too frozen. A little bit of frost down there. It said to go about 5 to 7 inches for your sample. So I'm gonna get all of this real organic matter that I know I placed here out of here first. So I'm just gonna get that out of there and try not to contaminate your sample either. So, all right, and hory knife, 5 inches, we're there. So I'm just gonna take about, must have been a root down there. Probably about a half a cup of this here, so that when I get all of my soil together, I have more than the required cup, so I can mix it up good and have plenty to send them. The soil looks really good. All right, so I got kind of down to what our native sand is here. All right, that was probably more than a half a cup, but see in my bucket there. And you want to make sure your bucket's clean because, you know, if you get a contaminated soil, it's not going to be representative. So I'm going to continue with my other few spots and we'll work on baking it up next. So here's the entirety of my soil sample, and I'm just going to mix it around until it's homogeneous, which means you can't like see pockets of other materials. It's all well mixed. This is kind of hard to do with one hand. All right, so then from here, I'm going to measure out 1 cup and put it in a plastic bag. For the cut flower garden, I'm actually just going to take one from each row. hopefully that will give me a good representation of what we have out here. We did put some of our strip topsoil on this area last year, so I think that helps a little bit, but I got a lot of work to do to build the soil here because we're building that shed over there, so that's where lots of extra topsoil. So I brought my bucket of soil inside. Make sure it's well mixed, number one, and not frozen, because if it's frozen, you're going to get weird lumps in there, which you don't want. So I actually opted for a gallon zipper bag because I can just put that around my little 1 cup measuring cup to make sure that I get enough in there and it doesn't make the container dirty. So I'm going to fill my bags. I also made sure that I labeled my bags, so there's a spot on the submission form that has the detail too, but you'll want to number them if you have more than one. So I just thought this was really interesting. Hopefully you can see this difference here. So this is my vegetable garden soil, and it's a lot darker than my cut flower gardens. So I've been working on the soil here, and you can see that it's making a visible difference even at that depth that we were sampling. So we have extremely sandy soil here, just a loamy sand. So that is a struggle for me, but progress is good progress. Thanks for following along today. I am going to get those shipped out soon here. I'm just going to put those bags in a box and take it to the post office. The submission form has the address that you have to send them to. And then I'll share the results with you guys on my social media. It will be really interesting to see what the recommendations are. I'm still going to continue to add compost no matter what the results are yearly, and we're going to go from there. All right, take care.